All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Keto90 Kickstart call this morning. We're on day 4, and we made 72 hours, and now we're going into transition today. So super exciting day because we get to eat solid food. So awesome. Everyone's like, I'm not having my first meal today be a shake because I am shake out here. So yeah, we're going to go through some ideas, more ideas of what to eat today. As the call goes on, but let's start with some success stories. I heard someone say that they lost 7 pounds.
That's me, Cindy.
What's that?
Cindy. I'm down 7 pounds.
Awesome. That is so fantastic.
And yet my keto strip is still only light pink.
Yep, that happens. Your body's got to go through that transition. So we were trying to work a miracle in 3 days. Not everyone is going to be able to do it in 3 days. But that's okay. Just stick with the plan, and you will get there. But, hey, you got a kickstart because you lost 7 pounds. So you're still losing fat. You could actually be losing even more fat once we get into ketosis. So.
Hi, this is Janice. I'm down 9.7 pounds. And I'm in ketosis.
Hey, listen, let's call that 10. Awesome job. That's so fantastic, Janice.
I'm down 3 pounds today, plus what I reported yesterday, so I'm down 6.
Awesome.
I was glad.
It's super good.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Who else has lost weight?
Hi, this is Shirley. I lost 5 and lost 1 inch.
Good. Awesome. That is so great.
And then moderate keto.
Paul, this is Victoria in Colorado. Now I've got a ton of weight to lose, but I'm down 16.8 pounds in 3 days.
Holy cow, that's unbelievable. Super great. So tell us, Victoria, about your journey the past couple of days, 3 days.
Oh, it's been interesting. It's been several months I've been hungry. I've gone through not sleeping good, things like that, but it's all been okay.
Now, is that different than normal? Like normally you sleep unbelievable and then all of a sudden through this you're not?
I have, I've got emotional stuff around losing weight. I've got incest like that enter into it.
Yep.
More of a, how do I say it? It gets anxietous and personal for me.
Yep.
And so, yes, it was interesting. People every hour on the hour or two. I mean, obviously that's pretty much water weight of it, but and I've got a long way to go, and that's why I'm so much there. But I'm so excited and need to do this for my health and to get my life back. And so it hasn't been that bad. It's really, for that amount of weight loss, it has been nothing.
So I don't know why it took me so long to figure this out, to do this Kickstart, because it gives, first of all, we all need a kickstart when we start a kind of a weight loss program like this, to get a victory under our belts, and to something to feel good about and to build momentum. Because once you got momentum going, we become unstoppable. So to lose that 16 pounds in 3 days, and we're going to talk a lot today about emotions, because that's what today's all about, and how to help all of us through that, because we're all having, there's a reason why we got this way in the first place, and overate and put on extra body fat. So we got to go back and look at why that happened. And it wasn't because we didn't know that donuts are bad for us. Like, I figured that out a long time ago. But we still, we eat bad things, and we got to figure out why we do that, and the emotions behind that, and the thought pattern behind that, and all that. And we're going to cover all that today and really help you with that. I was just telling Cheryl that when I got my master's degree in nutrition, I really felt like I needed to go back and get my PhD in psychology, because knowing what to do is one thing, but actually doing it and controlling the thoughts, controlling the emotions, and taking the proper action. And a lot of people know a lot of people have master's degrees in nutrition and still are massively overweight. So it's not about always knowing the knowledge and having the strategy. It's about the execution and mastering your own thoughts and emotions and changing those things that are those programs running inside of you that, cause you to get. Everyone here got results in their life, so when you get on the scale, that's a result. And if you don't like those results, we just change the actions you're doing. Because, those actions you've been doing for the past, 10, 20, 30 years have got you to where you are now. So we need to change those actions, but it's just not that simple. We got to change core beliefs that are ingrained in your subconscious mind. We got to change thoughts. We got to change emotions that you have. We have to change what you link pleasure to. I link pleasure, and I had to do this disconnect in my brain to pasta, to certain foods that I just looked at as being awesome. Like I looked at being Italian, pasta is like the greatest thing on the planet, so I had to overcome that and say, no, that is not a good food for me to eat. I just blow up like a balloon when I have pasta. But I used to eat it like it was my job. Like people were paying me to eat pasta, so I had to make that change. And so we'll go through all that today. But let's continue on with more success stories. Great job, Victoria. Let's celebrate the victory there, but let's recognize some of the challenges you're having and you figure out ways to overcome them. But that sleep thing is something we want to master and to. But we have answers and solutions for you today. Anybody else got some more success stories they want to share, though?
Oh, can I ask you one quick question? Because I've got to jump off and host the one-star call.
Absolutely.
Let me again real quick sign up, because I got Chanel all excited today. He wants to get signed up with you. So which, you guys have got several websites and stuff you do. So where do they go to sign up again? I can't remember.
So it's Keto90Kickstart.com.
And that's the Facebook page, and that's where they sign up for you?
Nope. It's Keto90Kickstart.com is actually an opt-in form where you put in your name and address, and we send you the free samples. And then you're registered and you're on the email list and you get all the emails and recordings and stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, so what we're going to do is we're switching over. I mean, the form's been up, but we closed it off, but the form's been there. We're actually putting up a new form because we're doing this big event on Saturday, and really gearing things towards group 2. So we'll make an announcement that, group 2 is going to start, enrollment starts on Saturday, but we'll get it up today so it actually can start today, so because I know we got like hundreds of people that want to do this now. But you got to order your 90, you got to order your shake. And, we'll have some recommended add-ons too, whether you do them or not, it's totally up to you. But these are some things that are going to, help you along the way that are fantastic longevity products that were built for this situation. So, that's the situation with that. And then we're going to start it on, I think it's January 20th, right? It's a Monday. That's the day we're going to start phase 2. So we're going to do all this over again. With a whole new group of people. You're welcome to come if you want to, listen in or do, you're like, hey, that shake thing worked for me and I want to boost again. You at any time you can do a shake day. You can, if you reach a plateau, let's say you're the same weight for a bunch of days in a row, do a shake day. Today I'm going to do a shake day. I'm just going to do 3 shakes. And then you'll break through that plateau. It's an awesome trick to do. You can't do it all the time, but, you throw that in once a week, every couple of weeks, whatever, once a month. Whenever you reach a plateau, it's a great way to break it. Any other success stories? Cheryl, you won't believe all these success stories. It's unbelievable.
So excited.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. It's Dr. Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa.
I lost 11 pounds so far.
Awesome. So fantastic.
I started at 300, so I was 299 this morning. So
awesome.
I was
awesome.
300s forever.
Let's burn that bridge, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're never going back there again.
Never again.
That's awesome. Yeah, I once I got down to 199, I'm like, I'm never going to do the 200s again. So that's just a mindset that you get that's just not going to happen.
Well, night before last, I really did have a shift mentally where I really believed that it was possible that it was a true change in my life. And, the next day I broke that 300 barrier, and I'm really, really excited about that.
Now, is there anything that happened, or can you kind of describe some sort of thought process or something you went through that, that caused you to make that shift?
Well, I think it was, I was having success daily on the 3-day fast. As we went along. And I was instilling disciplines in myself. And I think it was the times when I would get hungry and then, okay, I was excited for the hunger, like I'm really burning something here. It was just, and having this community, because I do respond to.
Excellent.
I made a checklist for myself. So I have 5 checks for my water, 3 checks for my shake, so I wouldn't get confused during the day. Like, did I drink? Did I have a shake, not smoothie, a shake, or, everything just worked together. You guys put together an awesome program. So I have to thank, but everything is important. The water is important. The shake is awesome. The technology of the shake is amazing.
It is.
Exercise is important. Everything's important. The timing is important. The intermittent fasting, I'm sure, was huge. So it's all working together. So I just need to thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And we're actually, the Keto Cube sheet is being beautified right now. And so is like a daily sheet that I came up with. It's actually not a daily sheet. It's like a weekly sheet that you can go through and you kind of put in like pre-planned, because it's not about, and one of our things we're going to talk about today is failing to plan is planning to fail. Okay, that's one of our mantras here. Yeah, that's awesome. So we're going to have a day sheet, it's actually a week sheet that is is blank, that you can just decide what cubes you're going to eat before you eat them.
Yeah.
Great concept. So, and then, keeping track of your water, keeping track of your exercise, keeping track of your supplements, all that. Did I do everything today that I was supposed to do with the check marks? So I love that idea, and that is coming your way. So we're going to give you a lot more tools coming up.
I start my water at 6
a.m.
8, 10, 12, 2. I get my water in. And that helps me sleep. I still have to wake up at night, but not as much as if I was drinking later. So I realize I have to start early.
Excellent. Is there anybody else that's got, thank you for sharing that. Is there anybody else here that's got a success story or a problem that they'd like to ask a question about?
Yeah, Bill. Large, and I lost 3.2 pounds, and I am in ketosis.
Awesome. Awesome job.
All right, I had a question. I wasn't sure whether I should eat this morning or not, and I had talked with somebody else. So today, is it preferred that we drink a shake first thing and then one for the 4th meal? Is that what's suggested? So I haven't even done anything yet, so I'm drinking my BTT instead.
Yeah.
And I've had a little bit of the shakes this morning, meaning I feel a little jittery this morning.
Yeah. Are you in ketosis?
No. No, it's I don't even know if the strip has changed, but I guess it's like a light pink. So
when you get that funny feeling, and everybody describes it a little bit differently, but you're describing it as like the shakes. It's a sign that you're crossing over that barrier and going into ketosis.
And so the best time to test it is first thing in the morning. Is that correct?
It is. Because as you're going through the day, you're burning through ketones, so they may not show up on the strips as the day goes on, depending on what you're doing. But if you're sedentary for a while, they should show up.
Okay. So, but how about checking it like after a meal, like if we've eaten something and we're not quite sure?
Yeah, that's not going to help because it could show up negative that don't have ketones in your system. That all that means is you're walking around the house, you're doing something enough to burn the ketones that are in your system.
Okay.
So you may not have extra, but see, while you're sleeping, you're not doing anything. So it's going to show like you have a lot of ketones built up in your system when you wake up in the morning.
Okay, so that is kind
That
of
makes sense? Like after you exercise, you're never going to show that you're in ketosis because you are, but there's just no extra ketones to show up in your urine. So, because you just burn them all while you're exercising. So it doesn't mean you're not in ketosis because the strip says negative. It just means that you're burning through them.
Okay, so and then I had another question is there going to be any shellfish on the cubes? Because my son invited me to, I don't know if you saw my post or not, but he invited me over to have the crab legs. Sorry, my grandson's waking up, so I'm gonna have to rush to him. But last night, and they postponed it till today to see if I could do it or not. And so it's like crab legs, and I don't know if they're gonna have shrimp or what. But I know it can't be till the evening. Would that be okay if I just control it a bit?
Well, just as long as you invite me and Cheryl over, that's totally fine.
I'd love to.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. It's awesome. You just gotta plan on bringing some butter to that party.
All right, that's not a problem either because I like no butter. So okay, so that's perfect. And then could I have a salad with that, or should that be eaten at a different meal?
Yeah, absolutely, you can have a salad.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. That's all my questions.
Okay, awesome, great job.
I'd like to share. I think I've lost about 8 pounds already.
Yeah, Rosita.
Great job.
I actually started the Keto Kickstart on Friday. I didn't do it with you guys because I didn't know. I missed the call and but I still lost 8 pounds. So I'm like in shock.
That's awesome. So great.
But yeah, I do want to say though, I still haven't received my samples. I don't know why.
Yeah, so there's like 30 people we identified that for some reason your address didn't show up. You may be one of them. I will email those 30 people and say, listen, I don't know what happened, but the form never came through. We don't have your address. So let's make sure we got your address because they were all sent out and everyone else got them. So something must have happened.
Okay. So I'll just wait for your email.
Yeah. Yep. You can email me too. I got 3 emails yesterday from people. You just email me at paul@paulcroto.com.
paul@paulcroto.com. Okay, sure.
Yep. We'll get that in the mail to you ASAP.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent. How you doing?
Good. I think I lost 4 pounds. My scale is broken, but I'll get a new one this afternoon.
Yeah, so I just saw your text message. I probably didn't reply back to you. So I got a 911 message from Sarita that your stomach was not agreeing with the shakes.
No, I couldn't do. I think it's not really the shake. It's too much chocolate for me, so I'm switching over probably to the strawberry. I already ordered that, so I think it's too much chocolate gives me the runs anyway. So I couldn't do that and the tea. So I had to pull back because I was.
Yeah, the between the chocolate, the coffee, and the tea, it's we're really working on a cleansing thing here. So
yeah. So I just pulled back. I didn't do the tea. And drop back to 2 shakes, but I'm okay today.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi. How are you, Carmen?
Hi, fine. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
Okay, I just found out about this from Bedelia, but she didn't give me any information. So she told me to find out. I forgot what she said, but anyway, I didn't do anything. I just want to know, how do I get the information so I can do whatever I'm supposed to do? I have 2 boxes of the tea. but I don't think I have any of the keto shake, but I can order it, whatever I need.
Yeah, we're going to start our second group on the 20th. You can enroll now.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put up a new enrollment form later today, so just hang on a bit. But you can join the Keto90 Kickstart Facebook group and get all the information there. So just go to Facebook and type in Keto90, all one word, then the word Kickstart, and all the information's there.
All right, super. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know a lot of people are, want to get on the 1-star call. So if you got to go that in 5 minutes, that's fine. We're going to go a little bit over today here, and because we want to talk about mindset today and emotions. And I'm going to turn the call over to Cheryl because I know she's got some. She's got what do you got with an A?
It's an acronym.
An acronym that she wants to share with you this morning.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about this. Hello and congratulations to everybody who is losing weight and feeling, I bet you, 1,000 times better. Okay, so the acronym that I wanted to share with you today is called WORM. And that makes me laugh. So WORM, spelled W-I-R-M. M as in Mary. So WORM stands for witness is the W. Now, what does witness mean? So the witness, we've got to witness the negative thoughts. You guys, all of us have negative thoughts. Believe me, all of us, every single one of us. And it could be about how we're doing as a business, but right now let's focus mostly on weight loss and really getting our optimal health back. So witness is the first one. We've got to witness our negative thoughts. The I in WORM stands for we have to interrupt the pattern. Okay? We need to interrupt the pattern of these negative thoughts. And you guys, remember, if you're not having a great thought, you're having a negative thought, even though you may not realize it. So we really need to realize that we are having these bad thoughts, and then we need to interrupt them. Paul, talk to us a little bit about an idea for the interruption of bad thoughts.
Yeah, so this is a huge topic on different ways of doing this. But for me, it's about slamming on the brakes and stopping it. And you're like, Paul, listen, this negative thought thing is just going on its own. There ain't no stopping this thing. But there is, okay? So the thing that I've really worked on in my own life is meditation. So I actually have this app that I'm in love with. It's called Brain FM. So it's a free app. You can get it on your phone, whether you got an iPhone or an Android. And there's all these different choices on this app. One is called meditation. So you click on that. It's 15 minutes. And it's undoubtedly the most important 15 minutes of my day, because I'm training my brain to be able to stop. Now, I know Cheryl's like, what do you mean by that? Because that's a foreign concept to a lot of women.
That's right.
They got thoughts rolling. Now, guys, I can actually be sitting there and my wife will ask me, Paul, what are you thinking about? And I can honestly tell her nothing. We have the ability to just shut off our brain. And I know a lot of people are like, how do you do that? That's impossible. But it's something that has to be, it's a muscle. It has to be learned and worked upon so that you can be in silence. If you can be in silence and not think anything for 15 minutes, you're there. And you might be thinking, Paul, that ain't never going to happen because it just sounds impossible. But you can. You just have to work on it. And it's 15 minutes a day. And I love this app because it puts your brain waves in the right level to be able to do that. Because if you just try to do it on your own, I'll grant you it's very difficult in the beginning. That's why I use this trick, this brain hack, to put my brain in the state where it can relax enough and those thoughts go away and you can sit in silence for 15 minutes with this background music playing and literally train your brain how to stop, because that's step one to the interrupting the pattern. We're going to do a lot of things. There's actually this whole science called NLP that we'll be diving into at a later date. That's more advanced techniques. But if you don't have this ability to slam the brake on when the negative thoughts come and to interrupt that, then you won't be successful here. So we got to work on that. And the most important thing to do is to work on meditation, to silence the brain.
Yep, that's awesome. So number 3. So we already have now. So we're going to witness the negative thoughts. We're going to realize that we have them. Then we're going to interrupt the pattern with meditation. And we have a couple of other ways that we're going to tell you. And then what we need to do is we need to redirect. We need to redirect our thoughts to our desired result. What do you want? You need to think about it. You need to write it. You need to concentrate and meditate on what you want as you redirect your thoughts. So you've got to redirect your thoughts to your desired result. And then the M in WIRM, W-I-R-M, stands for you've got to maintain your new mental state. This mental state of being excited or having good thoughts or really concentrating on your result. You have got to maintain that by using, and I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but using a mantra. So I'm super excited because we have tons of fun mantras. We came up with a bunch of different mantras that you guys can pick. We want you to pick one and we want you to use it. So I said yesterday that my mantra is I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm kind, I'm healthy, right? Those things, and I say it over and over and over and over. So the minute you start feeling like a bad thought coming into your mind, you want to immediately switch over to this mantra. And that's one of the things that are going to help you interrupt also your pattern of bad thoughts. Okay? So that's another little hack that we want you to use. So Paul, let's talk about some of the mantras that we have.
Yeah. So as Cheryl mentioned, we witness that there's this bad thought. We interrupt it. We stop it with meditation and that your ability is to put the brakes on. But then right away, as soon as you break it, you got to switch to something. So we're switching back to the results we want. Remind yourself, I weigh blank. That's why I write that out every morning, every night. I write out my results that I want with pen and paper so that it ingrains in my brain the results that I want. And then we don't want these negative thoughts to come back. And for a lot of us, there's nothing but weeds in our brain right now. So we got to maintain, like Cheryl said, that mental state of positivity by saying mantras over and over and over again. So my mantra is very simple: is I am sexy. You know that? No, not really. But that's a good one if that's something you want to say to yourself. So let's just go, and you wonder what Cheryl and I do in our spare time here. We just spent, a lot of time coming up with great mantras. So I love this one, Cheryl. I'm the healthiest version of me. I'm the healthiest version of me.
Yeah. I'm
the healthiest version of me. So I say that over and over and over again. And that's a great positive mantra to say so that, your garden in your brain has positivity, not a whole bunch of weeds in it.
Yeah, and what I like about it is I am the healthiest version of me. So it's like you are becoming, but we say I am. It's just like an affirmation also, which I absolutely love. So the next one that I really like is I don't abuse my body by giving it food it doesn't need. Okay, that's another fantastic one. Here's another one. I control food. It doesn't control me. Hello, everybody.
And we'll post all these in the Facebook group, so you don't need to write real fast. But, and what we're doing is we're picking one, right, Cheryl, that really gravitates to me and saying that one over and over and over again, like your mantra for the day. You can switch them every day, but.
And here's another thing, too, that you guys might want to try. It's called the 55 by 5. So 5 times a day, write that 55 times. Okay, now, like we all have time to do that because I have nothing better to do than write down I am the healthiest version of me 55 times, 5 times a day. Good grief. Oh my gosh, but that's so amazing because it says that when you do that, your subconscious totally gets it and then that's it. It's like you put it out there and then that's what happens.
So let's go through some more. I'm creating my future body with Keto90. I am creating my future body with Keto90. And you're just saying that over and over and over again. Let's say I am trim, strong. I have a trim, strong, healthy body. It's another great one.
I love the next one.
What is it?
Eating will not fix my problems.
It won't. Even though we're all convinced it will,
That
it
makes
won't.
me laugh. Okay, the next one is.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Oh, yeah, this is a really good one. Listen to this mantra. Nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels.
So true. So true. We think, man, that's going to taste good, man. But you know what? Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. When I feel healthy, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
Yep. And then I stop eating when I am full, not when my plate is empty.
Yeah. How many of us have been programmed by our parents, which we should all punch, for telling us that you're not leaving the table unless your plate is empty?
Or you don't get dessert until your plate is
Oh, that's
empty.
even better. Yeah.
So let's keep eating.
Let's reward you for a bad thing. You know all those Ethiopians that are starving? You can't throw food away?
And really stuff you.
Yeah, but I talked to Scott Fardulis. I'm like, Scott, you look unbelievable. Like, what is your trick? And he's like, my dad was super strict with me, and he made me finish everything on my plate, and I just kept on gaining weight. And then I retrained my brain to say that I'm going to stop eating when I'm full, not when the plate is empty. And he's totally fine with throwing food in the garbage. Totally fine. Who cares? No one cares.
Here's another great one. This is another fantastic one. I love exercising. Oh, yeah, that should be all of our mantras anyway. I love exercising. I love exercising. Another one is I make conscious decisions to achieve my desired weight. I make conscious decisions to achieve my desired weight. And remember, we talked about what our decisions are. We've been talking about that. We've also been talking about our thoughts. That's another conscious decision you make, is to have these good thoughts.
Yeah, that's awesome. Another favorite one of mine is, and this is something that I've really embraced in my life, like even when I go on vacation, I love working out in the morning. So my affirmation, or my mantra, is I love living the health and wellness lifestyle. Like, I love this. I love being in Longevity Nation. I love all of you. I love talking about health all day. I love going to the gym in the morning. I love drinking my water. I love eating good. I love talking to other people about eating good and taking these supplements, and that it's just, my whole life is the health and wellness lifestyle. I got essential oils going all day long, so I have this special, aroma in my room, and I got the water. I got everything. So I live that health and wellness lifestyle, and I just love it. It just feels so good to me. So I say that mantra over and over and over again. Let's see what else we got here. Drinking 100 ounces of water a day is easy. I don't want to pick anybody. I don't know. I'm not even sure who it was that typed it in the Keto90 Kickstart group. That so drinking water is super difficult for me. Has anybody got any ideas? So my first idea is to stop saying it's super difficult, because you're telling yourself by typing it out, nonetheless, that it is difficult for me to drink water. You can't say that. You got to say drinking that water is easy, and say that, and write that down 50 times. And I promise you, it's just nothing but a mindset. Is drinking water hard? No, it's obviously not. You take a glass, you drink it. This isn't difficult. Okay. This is not rocket science, but in your brain, if you say over and over and over again, this is super hard, I can't do it. Guess what's going to happen? You can't do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next one that I really love is I work on my mindset to maintain my zest.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. Now, what is zest? Zest, we are referring to our energy, right? It's the energy that we have around this is
zest.
It's
right
about it's about this whole idea of having the energy that we need, yes, to lose the weight, but also to introduce it to other people. It's huge. It's such a big deal. And we work on our mindset to really maintain that zest that we have.
Wow, man.
I love it.
I'm putting that on my wall.
Yeah, you should.
So last but not least, I'm going to let Cheryl do this one, because this is,
oh God,
I'm letting Cheryl do it for a reason.
Oh, here it is. But Paul said, I have a perfect mantra for you, which I love. Okay. Failing to plan is planning to fail. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a planner. I have my entire life been fly by the seat of my pants, and let's just get excited about what's going to happen. So now what we're doing is a whole brand new year and decade, and we are going to have this. This is my number one mantra that I will use. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Super important. And I love that one, by the way, because just think of it like with this whole thing we're doing, you have to plan what you're going to eat. You have to plan that. I know Shelly Davis and I know Tracy, and I try to do this too now, but I already know what I'm going to have for the whole week. And you cook that on Sunday or Monday or whenever you decide you're going to do it, Saturday, take an hour, a couple hours out, and really plan out the meals that you're going to eat from those keto cubes, and then go ahead and make that. And you can always warm it up. I know Tracy said one of the things she does is she always keeps cooked bacon, like it's already cooked, ready to go, in her freezer. And then she just takes a couple pieces out and warms it up. Works great, because that's for me, that's one of the longest things that I have to do. I just cook that bacon and then do this. And then you're like, oh, dang it, I'm so hungry, I'll just eat something else. No. So you need to plan out how to succeed and how you're going to succeed. So yeah. All right. So I wanted to say one other little story that I heard about the wolves. So I love the story about the wolves. So you guys, every single person within each of us, we have two wolves. We have and if we are successful, depends on the wolf we feed. So we need to feed one wolf and we need to starve the other one. And the wolves are the wolf of courage and the wolf of fear. So you think about it right now. Which wolf are you feeding? And I'm going to say every person on this call, every person that's done this Keto90 Kickstart is feeding the wolf of courage, because it's not easy to come on here. It's not easy to do this. It's not easy to put out there, I'm 50 pounds overweight or I'm 100 pounds over. I mean, it makes me sick that I have to say I'm 30 pounds overweight, right? So I can just imagine how hard it is. But as we do that, we feed the wolf of courage. And think about that. And it's so interesting because when Paul and I were talking about this fantastic story and feeding the wolf of courage, he was like, well, I don't know if we should talk about, how there's a wolf of fear. But I really believe that for everybody, like when I think about it in my own brain, I'm like, listen, whenever I see that wolf of fear, I see a straggly, almost dead, barely making it wolf, because I've been the one starving him. And the wolf of courage, I see inside my own brain. I see me feeding him and making him better and strong and sleek and ready to tackle these things that I may not want to do, but the wolf can do it because I fed him the things that I need to feed him. And that's the way I look at it, you guys. It has totally changed the way that I can make things happen, because the wolf isn't scared to get out of the comfort zone. The wolf isn't scared to follow up with people. The wolf isn't scared because I've been feeding him and working with him and, really building up the wolf inside of me. Right? And I've been saying these mantras, and I've been picking out 2 or 3 different ones. And you can have more than one, but it has to really ring true to you. And it has to really click like something in your brain that brings you back to, oh my gosh, these are my results. This is why I'm doing it. This is why and this is how I will do it. And, bring it all back to exactly the results that you want. And in feeding that wolf, and that is exactly the way I look at it all the time now, is this feeding the wolf of courage or the wolf of fear? And I ask myself that 25 million times a day. And what will planning do? Planning will feed the wolf of courage, right? Planning will feed the wolf of courage. Staying on getting into ketosis will feed the wolf of courage. And then in doing that, then your wolf is so great and so strong that then you're able to tell your neighbor, oh my gosh, yeah, when somebody asks about it, hey, absolutely, I did this Keto Kickstart program. You should join me. It's been fantastic, right? So it all has to do with feeding the wolf of courage or feeding the wolf of fear. And I want each of you to continue, because you've come so far in just the past 3 days. I want you to continue and think about feeding that wolf of courage.
Absolutely. And we're all super visual people. So when Cheryl told me the story, I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. And I've, you can take that story and you can visualize yourself feeding this wolf of courage with these mantras and all this positiveness and everybody in this group here. And then that wolf of fear, I just see him starving to death. I'm going to kick him in the head. I'm just going to be like, you watch him die in front of you. And it's such an empowering feeling that you're dead and you're nothing to me. And this other wolf of courage, I keep feeding you and making you stronger and stronger and indestructible. So when you get that going for you, you become unstoppable, which is our favorite word.
I love it. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. So that's our call for today. We're going to post this recording for you. We're going to post all these mantras. We're going to post what worm needs. And this is not the last time you're going to hear about that, because we're going to talk about this over and over and over again. The strategy, the keto cubes, all that is so there's all those recipes are posted in the Keto90 Kickstart group right now, but we got a beautifier working on making a very beautiful looking cube sheet that will get out to you ASAP. As soon as I get it in my possession, it'll be in your possession. But right now, just go there today. We're going to talk. You should be drinking a shake or two today, depending on whether you want another shake or not. You can do the hot chocolate again today. You can do chicken Caesar salad. You can do the 2 eggs and 2 bacon, or 4 eggs, or the 3 eggs with some cheese. I posted a picture of some mozzarella sticks with pepperoni around it that I eat. That holds me over. It's a great little snack. And I also published, and I don't have it in front of me here, but it's in the group. It's like Crotos Keto Collagen Coffee. It's unbelievable. Once you drink that, you're going to be like sending me thank you cards in the mail, because it is the best. To me, it's a dessert. I mean, it's crazy good. And I actually drink that twice every day. 2 of my meals are coffee. And I lose weight like crazy when I drink that, and I'm so full from it. It's unbelievable. Plus, look, I look unbelievable. I'm going backwards. Like, my birthday is coming up here in a few weeks here, but I'm actually going to be subtracting years now instead of adding them. So I'm going to be 45, 45 this year. Not 47, 45.
I love it. Okay, you guys, we love you. Congratulations, and continue to feed the wolf of courage.
Awesome job, everyone. Keep it up.
Good job, you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.